Hi, and welcome to the Josilyn Drake Show. I am your host, Josilyn Drake. Thank you so much for tuning in. With COVID going on, I just wanted to bring some guests on that could help us a little bit so we won't go crazy while we're all at home with our families. We can't make it to the salon. We can't go get our nails done. We can't go get these eyebrows arched and all of this good stuff. We can't go get facials. And so I know you need something to just help you to breathe. And so my guest today, Miss Chinue Battiste-Dawkins, is here to give us a breath of fresh air. And she shares with us some ways we can take care of our skin while we're at home. So help me welcome to the Josilyn Drake Show, Chinue Battiste-Dawkins.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for taking the time out with your family. How is it going over there while you all are on lockdown and quarantine over there?
Well, it's going. Of course, having three girls and ranging in ages from, I have a 15-year-old, 11-year-old, and then a 2-year-old. So that's been interesting because I'm having to be a school teacher again, which I teach skincare, but I wasn't quite prepared to teach math and those subjects. And it just trying to keep them engaged and busy. And of course, it's hard with kids because they have a lot of questions. My youngest is probably missing school out of everyone. Every day she says, "I want to go to school. I want to see my friends." So, it's probably the hardest on her. The big girls are happy to be out of school and just able to do their schoolwork at their own pace. But that little one, she is ready to go. Every day she asks about Chick-fil-A. So she can't get her Chick-fil-A fix right now.
So her kind of spoiled with Chick-fil-A, huh?
Yes. And, not being out the house for almost a month now has definitely been challenging. But I'm taking it as a reset time and a time just to spend time with my family. And, you realize that your life is so busy, being a business owner and, all the jobs that my husband and I both have. So it's nice to get this time to spend with the kids and, really engage with them a lot more.
I think more than anything, what this has done was reset the family, honestly.
Yes.
Forced us to do what we would not do.
Yes.
We just wouldn't slow down and say, "Hey, time out. Let me get to know these people that I call family." So we were get reacquainted with them, and in that, it's some challenges because we're figuring out that these people I thought I knew, I don't really know them at all. And then these people that get on my nerves at the same time, so we're having to readjust, but it's all good. Our family is the most important thing. I was reading something, and it said it was talking about the maybe it was like the 5 things that people find out too late when it's too late.
Right.
One of the things is that your family is like one of the most important relationships that you can have in your life. And so we're getting the opportunity to find that out right now.
Right.
This COVID has come in and forced us to, just know these people that we say are our family.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about you so we all know what's going on? You mentioned that you're an entrepreneur. So tell us about your business and what you do.
So, say my name again. My name is Chinue, which is definitely a different name, but it means God's own blessing. And everyone calls me Chi. Most people know me by Chi Battiste-Dawkins. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, kind of grew up a little bit of everywhere, but I always claim Atlanta, that's home. And I have been here in Birmingham I guess it's been about 12 years now. I'm a licensed esthetician. I'm also an aesthetics instructor. And then, of course, I also do makeup as well, which is kind of all underneath the aesthetics realm. And I, along with my husband, we're the owners of the Beauty Lounge by RGL. And that is our second business that's right next to Randall's Grooming Lounge. My husband has had Randall's Grooming Lounge for now, I think about 9 years. And we just opened up the beauty lounge in March of 2018. So we haven't been open very long, but we are a full service salon and spa. The only thing that we don't do at our location is nails. I've gotten a lot of requests about that, but we don't have a nail tech. If I had room, I would have one. But I do waxing, facials. We do eyebrows. I tint eyebrows. The thing that we're probably most popular for right now is the Brazilian waxing, and then also the vajacial. I just had a video that went viral for the vajacial. Unbeknownst to me, I had no idea it was going to go viral, but it hit like 50,000 views. And that is the, a facial they say vagina, but I always say it's not the vagina, it's the vulva area. That's what I'm treating there. So a little bit of everything. I have great hairstylists there, and I also have two wonderful makeup artists that work full time with me, Dawn O'Brien and Ashley Brown. And they have a great following. They're available to do makeup as well. So we just want to be there to really help everyone out, especially on the east side of Birmingham. It's not a lot of people who are doing facials on this side of town. And we're just trying to be convenient for the people who are in this area, as well as all of Birmingham. And I just absolutely love skincare. So that I'm all about skincare.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. You mentioned as being an entrepreneur, things have shifted. There you have these non-essential and these essential businesses, and people along your line of business were considered non-essential.
Right.
And everybody else is looking like, say what? No, they're essential.
Trust me, we're very essential.
Yes, extremely essential. But how has that been with you and your husband both being entrepreneurs? Now having to close for business, and you, right, as you said, you've been that way for a month. So how's it going?
It's going okay. I just, thank God for the position that He's put us in, and I thank God for both of us, working. Besides us having the business, my husband works as a barbering inspector for the county, for Jefferson County, and then I also work as a aesthetics instructor at Body Logic School of Cosmetology. So we hustle, and it's been a little rough. It's very hard being out of work, of course, and just with the uncertain times, not knowing when we'll be able to open back up. And of course, my heart goes out to all the people who work with us. We have great people who work with us, all of our barbers and hairstylists, and this is affecting us all. And as you mentioned, we're not considered essential, but it has proven, it's been proven that people think that we are. But what we're most, just concerned about now is just stopping the spread of this pandemic, everyone getting healthy so that we can get back to work and we can see all of our clients' beautiful faces. I actually think the funny thing is I think it's affecting the men even more so than the women. And the men are serious about their haircuts. And my husband's gotten offered 3 times as much to come and do a haircut, but he can't risk, number one, his license, and 2, just his health, because it's very serious right now. Our brother-in-law is actually an emergency room physician, so we come from a family of medical people. We have lots of nurses in the family, and we know firsthand how, this pandemic is actually ravaging through our state and through the country. So we just think it's important that, right now that we don't, do anything to, to put ourselves in harm.
Yeah, that's very wise. It's tempting though, but
it is.
At the same time, you want to live to have that little bit of money to be able to spend, So,
exactly.
Yes.
I can't risk it. One thing about being a licensed professional too that some people don't understand is that you cannot put your license, in harm. You could potentially lose your license. And I think it, at first when people were calling at first, can I get a haircut? And my husband was kind of considering it. And then I saw the article about the barber that passed away in Mississippi, unfortunately. So I think now people are really realizing how serious it is, because you can be an asymptomatic carrier. You can feel fine and then simply pass that on to someone else. And it's important that we really stop the spread and stay home. So I'm definitely looking forward to giving people those tips and hints about taking care of themselves at home.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Hopefully you have a voice for people to hear, because some people just, they don't get it. Seems
No.
it doesn't matter if President Barack Obama tell them, I'm gonna do
Exactly.
what I want to do, and hey, that's okay. We all have our
Right.
lives to live, and you have consequences after that. But the thing about it sometimes is that you live with grandmama,
Right.
so you're taking that home to grandmama. That's the only thing. Like, if you want to go on and go out with COVID, as you say, everybody got to go out some kind of way. If that's
Right.
it's okay, but unfortunately, you don't know that what you're doing can affect someone else, because it's
Right.
contagious.
And as much as I miss my clients, as much as I would love to, go and do their eyebrows and do their facials and things, I also realize that I have a responsibility to my children and to my family to keep them safe and to keep them healthy. So right now, that's the most important thing. And I tell everybody, let's take this time to grow your eyebrows out, drink your water, exercise. There's stuff that you can do at home, and this can actually be a time that your hair flourishes, that your nails flourish, because you're not able to go get them done. Take your vitamins and just concentrate on the health aspect of everything.
Yeah, actually, this gives you can go one way. It could be a place of crisis, or it can be a place of opportunity. And I think what
Yes.
it's doing for other people is to pull out creativity and think outside of the box about
Right.
business. How can I do these things differently? And so when you're in that industry, it's just creativity anyway. But
Right.
you found out, or what type of ideas are you getting to come outside of the box to be able to still bring in income, now and even after we're released to go out and be amongst each other?
So this time has definitely made me realize that I need to get more technologically sound. I am not good with technology at all, but it is such an opportunity with social media, with just the popularity of that. And then even this platform like Zoom has been one of those things that I'm like, I need to know more about and I need to get on top of. So I have been offering virtual consultations. I joined the Apple family finally this past December, because I was always an Android girl. So I'm actually offering FaceTime consultations, as well as Zoom consultations. So this morning I just completed one, which was great. And I actually got an order for 3 facial kits. And then the great thing about that is, with the company that I use for skincare, we're able to actually drop ship products directly to you. And then I'm also shipping and dropping off mini facial kits. So I'm actually going to show you guys one of those. This is my little mini facial kit that I put together. So this is just an example of one. And after you do a virtual consultation, you can actually purchase one of these. So I have prices just depending on what you need. I have prices ranging from $25 to $45 for these. And they're great. It's a great way to kind of incorporate self-care and also to try out the skincare line. I use a great professional line called Skin Script. So this is an example of one of my little sample packs, which, yeah, they're really cute. This one actually has a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. And then I added in an additional product, which is our glycolic retinol pad solution, which is just amazing for helping to keep the skin nice and clear. And then you also get these little sponges in here, those little yellow things that look like sticks or sponges. But once you add those to water, they actually expand. When I use these in my facials, and all of my clients love them, I give it to them after the facial so they can use at home for a couple days. They're just really soft. And so I included those, and some little cotton pads as well. And then also in the kit, you're going to get one of my favorite things, which is a skin detox tea. This you can drink, or you can actually use it to steam your face at home. So, once you purchase the kit, I can either walk you through how to use it or give you directions on how to use it, but you can actually just boil a pot of water, stick this tea bag in, put a towel over your hair, and steam your face at home. And it smells amazing, and the rose hibiscus is great for the skin. And then you get a little mask brush in here so you can apply your mask. I customize the mask just kind of according to your skin type. And then you get a little thing of mask that you can use as well. As well as one of my favorite things, which is a jade roller. My students at Body Logic always make fun of me because I take my roller and keep it in my pocket and I roll my face all day. It's so relaxing. It helps with microcirculation, which helps to build collagen. But it's really just like a massage for your face. So I found some of these cute little ones to put in the bag. And then I also included a retail guide in this one, which has like our full size products. So this is one way that I am working through the pandemic and able to provide products for my clients. And like I said, these range anywhere from $25 to $45, just kind of depending on the options that you get. And then I'm also, of course, drop shipping my full size products, which this is just an example. This is an order that I have for one of my clients, which is just, she ordered some moisturizer and our wonderful cucumber toner. And I included a couple samples of cleanser in there for her as well. And this way she can have her skincare products. She can continue with her maintenance at home until I can see her again.
You know what this has done is actually for people who are smart and tuned in their comfort zone, it has actually shifted you from being local to global.
Exactly.
From local to global.
Yes.
To global. So, you know, you have no boundaries. You have absolutely no boundaries. What you're offering, you know, to be able to go on a virtual skincare consultation and then to give people these products because you're phenomenal at what you do. You know, there's a scripture, I am a woman of God. I love the word, y'all. So I'm just
throw the word in there.
It says your gifts will make room for you. And so, you know, we know around this area the name Chi. That's all you got to say. And everybody knows she is the best around here. She's great at skincare, great at makeup. You know, her demand on her services and what she offers is extremely high. And so what's happening is her gift is making room for her, and she's going from local to global. So all y'all that are sitting on the rocks, now she don't have time for you. Now she has gone global, and it will not. She can't go back after this. She will be global. So I love the packaging. I love it all. I'm gonna order me one.
Thank you.
Up and coming. You know, since this pandemic has started, I have been looking like, ooh, child, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you look great right now, so.
Yes, I had to. I got going on. So I had to spruce it up. I know my husband's excited, but you know, it is.
This is the first time my husband seen me in makeup in weeks.
Yes, so I had to do something. I couldn't come on here, you know, just looking like who did it to me, but like like COVID and ran through and all that good stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but that keeps, you know, it makes a difference when you're able to put on some makeup, freshen up, and put on. Although you're not going anywhere, just put them on, you know, 1, 2, 3 days out the week, and make you feel really good. But then more than anything, to have those tools to be able to keep your skin up, which is so prevalent. I think you and I, this is our second interview that we've done in reference to aesthetics and esthetician and having, you know, skincare. And the phrase black don't crack, you know, is huge, but black will crack.
I always say it's good black doesn't crack, okay? So it's some black does crack. I mean, care of it. You have to take care of yourself, and I think that's from the inside out. I tell people all the time, skincare does start on the inside. So, and what I mean by that is your nutrition is going to play a huge part in how your skin looks. And I can tell you, I love food. That's a problem for me. I absolutely love food. I'm a big foodie, and I can tell, you know, when I'm not eating well, it comes out in my skin almost immediately. And so nutrition plays a part. Your intake of water definitely plays a part, and just what we're feeding ourselves. And I think, you know, even mentally, we already know that stress is one of those things that causes disease. My grandmother always says, if you broke down the word disease, it's dis-ease. It's it's broken right there. So when you're not happy, when you're really stressed out, all those things are going to manifest in your body in some type of way. So, and we know this is a very stressful time for a lot of people. It has been a mentally challenging time for me. I deal with anxiety. As well. So it's been, a hard time, but I think taking that time for self-care and taking that time for yourself, it does help you. My girls and I did like a little spa day the other day. I did facials on them. We did our toes and things here at the house, and it helped. It helped us with bonding, but it also helped to kind of reduce our stress level. Yesterday, I was extremely stressed out. I put my Beyonce in my ear. I walked a couple laps around my neighborhood. And I think the other interesting thing about this pandemic and us having to slow down is that we're just able to see things in a new light. I realized that, I've been living in my neighborhood about 3 years, and I know maybe 2 people who live in the neighborhood, the lady across the street from me and the family to the left of me. I just met my neighbor to the right of me for the first time to actually learn her name, besides just waving. I've seen people in the neighborhood I've never seen before, just simply from everyone having to slow down to be at home. So, if we think about all the great things that have come out of this, I think that is going to help us along. It'll help reduce our stress levels if we just concentrate on the good, not on the fact that, because guess what? If your bill can't get paid, your bill can't get paid. But hopefully, the number one thing, I was listening to Dave Ramsey said, the number one thing is make sure your family is fed and make sure you're taken care of. Everything else can wait. And we know if we got a good trust in God that he's going to take care of us anyway, because he is our source, not our job. None of that is our source. And I have faith that we're going to come back and we're going to be better than we were before.
Mm-hmm. What encouraging words to all of us. So, it can be a stressful time, but I think I put out a quote once. I think I said it. Every opportunity to quit is just requiring a better version of you that you didn't know existed. And
Amen.
so we get to that place where we just don't know how in the world we're gonna work it out. It's in you. You just have
Right.
to stop and think outside of what has been your normal to figure out, how can I make this better? What can I do differently to get a different outcome? And then it is right inside of you. The answers are right inside of you. Those pies that you've been cooking for your family for years. That's a stream of income. People
Yes.
to eat. We are regardless. Listen, drop it off at the door. Tell them to put money on the door and drop that pie off at the door and get your money. You have all these things on the inside of you. It's in your hand. It's things that you've been doing for years.
Yes.
Your hand. So now is the time. You've been talking about it. Now be about it. And you don't have to worry about how to pay my bills because we gotta eat.
Yeah. And I love seeing the creativity. One of our stylists at the Beauty Lounge, Lorinda McIntyre, I love her. I call her the chicken salad diva because to me, her chicken salad is better than chicken salad chick. But, she's always kind of sold her chicken salad and stuff on the side and done meals and things. And she's able to still have that as a stream of income. Like you said, people who can bake. I'm not one of those people, but those people who can bake and make cakes and pies. It's time to tap into all of the things. One thing I know, especially being a Black woman from the South, we usually have all these hidden talents and things, other things that we can do. And it is, this time is the time to really bring those things out. So I want everyone to think about it that way and think about all the positive and the good. Even those of us who are not teachers like me, who are not, great at helping the kids with the schoolwork, just that taking that slow down time to see what they're actually doing in school, it's very enlightening. It's very, very enlightening. And I think that there'll be a lot of great things that come out of this.
I do too. I think one of the great things is that life will never be the same. No matter how you try to go back to that normal, there is a new normal. Period.
Yes,
Period.
definitely.
Nothing we can do about it, but rise to the occasion.
Amen.
If you're living now, it's in you. You just got to come out of your comfort zone and say, "Hey, here I am."
Yes.
we thank Chief for this conversation that we're having right now. What we're gonna do is she's gonna give us a little bit more information about what we can do at home with our skincare, and then she's gonna give us a demonstration, y'all.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a demo on my 15-year-old daughter, so she loves to take care of herself anyway. So she'll be the perfect person. But like I said, with these little kits that I'm selling, which are the sample sizes, those are gonna range anywhere from $25 to $45. And I can customize them according to your skin type. So we can do a virtual consultation, a quick, FaceTime call so I can see your skin and address some of your concerns. And then when we do open back up, then I offer so many different things to really help with skincare, like chemical peels and microdermabrasion, dermaplaning, all those advanced treatments that we do. And so this is a good maintenance plan until we do open back up. I tell everybody, I made a little funny post the other day because I have been hearing so many people complain about their hair and their skin and their nails and everything. And I say, hey, you don't want to just be a pretty corpse. So let's remember what's important. We have press-on nails that you can get. You can soak those nails right on off, get you some good old press-on nails. They have beautiful press-on nails nowadays. Strip lashes. These lashes that I have on are actually from our makeup artist, Ashley Brown. She can ship these to you. She actually sells trays of lashes. So you get 5 different lashes, or you can get the same style if you prefer. Mink lash strips, which I love. I actually love strip lashes. So for those of you who wear lash extensions and are not able to get them done, you can do that. I'm also offering for some people the virtual brow tutorials, because a lot of my clients don't even want to tweeze their own brows. They're like, I don't want to mess them up. But it's not that hard to do. And most people have a pair of tweezers at home. I know you don't like inflicting pain on yourself, but it's good to know how to do these things in case you are not able to get them done at some point. And then again, I can also ship those full sizes to you. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get my daughter over here, and we're gonna just
how much your virtual consultations and the virtual eyebrow classes.
So with the consultations, if what my hope is that most people are planning on purchasing the kits. So depending on what kind of kit you like, the consultation is actually complimentary. I don't mind talking to anyone about their skincare, but definitely my hope is to purchase one of the kits. So I'll say the consultation start at $25, and then up to $45, just depending on what you're getting. And then again, I also offer, if some people are familiar with SkinScript skincare and they know that they just want to order products and get full size products, I can offer you a consultation then, or just drop ship those products directly to you as well. So I'm definitely open. Look, we don't have anything but time right now. So
tell them where to go, and as well as where would they find Ashley to get, if they want to get the eyelashes, where would they go for that as well?
So definitely social media. I hope everyone will follow us at The Beauty Lounge by RGL. We're on Facebook as well as Instagram. And then my website is www.thebeautyloungebyRGL.com. On the website, you'll see there's links to my scheduling app as well. In the next week, I'm actually going to be putting up where you can click on that and book a virtual consultation, so you can actually schedule the day that you want your consultation as well. So that'll be up on the Beauty Lounge page, and that's right under Make an Appointment. And then with the Beauty Lounge page, it kind of has everyone, on the Facebook page, you'll see all of our hairstylists that you can get in contact with directly. Some people may want wigs made, and we have several stylists who are great at making wigs, and they can ship those wigs to you, drop those wigs off to you. And then you can also contact Ashley through that Beauty Lounge page. She's pretty popular. A lot of people know her in Birmingham, but her name is spelled Ashli Brown, Ashley Brown, and it's Ashley B Beauty, and that's how she can ship you those lashes as well.
Okay. Well, you know that this content, the show goes out really internationally.
Oh, wow. Yay.
So anyone will be able to just click on this, because we we are out in the virtual world. So
Perfect.
people who are, you know, in Chicago, who are in Paris,
Yes.
who are in New York, wherever you are, you can just go to the page, tell us again that information, and they can get those virtual consultations or just decide you product.
Yeah, so anyone, and I don't mind, I will ship to Russia if I have to. But anyone can get in touch with us. And again, that it is the Beauty Lounge by RGL. So we're easily found through a Google search on both Facebook and Instagram. Facebook has a much bigger following for me. And then our website is thebeautyloungebyRGL.com. So, and I'm also going to send that to you as well. So if you can want to put that up. And everyone is kind of, if you scroll through our Facebook page, I have links of everyone's social media on there that you can contact them directly, and we can just go from there.
Awesome, awesome. So we're ready for this demonstration.
Yes. So these are these look really weird. They're like the little yellow things, and they come dried like this. These are actually just sponges, and I include these in the mini facial kit. So I'm gonna show you those. They kind of expand in the water. Okay, Amani.
I love your bun up. I see you have your hair up today.
Oh yes, my hair's been up for quite a while. So this is.
Thank you so much for being our person who's going to demonstrate our facial on today. We're so excited. Thank you.
I like having facials.
Yes, yeah. She loves being pampered. This is definitely my child. This is definitely my child. So what I'm going to kind of show everyone today is just a couple things that, you know, I do at home, just a basic cleanse. So I have this brush, which I absolutely love. It is actually called the BT Sonic. If anyone is interested in purchasing these, I can get you some information about that as well. They run about $90. This is a sonic brush. Most people are familiar with like facial brushes, and they've kind of come a long way over the years. Years ago, I used to use the Clarisonic, which actually had like a brush head. All of these, as well as sonic toothbrushes, use similar technology. And so basically the sonic waves are helping to break up dirt and oil deeper in the pores, and that's the purpose of them. This one I love because the head of it is an antimicrobial, antibacterial little head, and it's just silicone rather than like brushes. So it doesn't hold on to bacteria. You don't have to worry about like soaking it or anything. We simply cleanse it. They also feel great. It feels like a massage on your face. And the sonic waves are also helping to stimulate collagen production. So it's all about producing collagen, especially as we age. You want to keep our skin nice and tight. So I love, love, love this brush.
Lift it up for your mom so we can see her full face. Is it a way we can do it?
Oh, there we go. And I'll step back just a little bit.
Great.
So awesome. So I'm just going to demonstrate this a little bit. I'm going to moisten her skin. This water's cold. So I'm just going to actually use, this is how those sponges look once they get water on them.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So they're really soft. I love them. I'm just going to use this to moisten her face a little bit. Now, this is a little harder for me standing up. I'm used to people laying down getting facials, but
Okay.
We're going to make it work. Now, this is one of the cleansers that I sell. If everyone can see this, this is Skin Script RX. What I love about Skin Script is really great high-end product. The packaging is not that pretty because they want to save money. So you get a really high-end product and not such pretty packaging, but you're going to get great pricing on it. For instance, I sell the hyaluronic acid and vitamin C serum with an eye cream, and that kit comes together with all three of those products for $95. Usually you're paying $95 for one serum at like Sephora that's not quite as active ingredient. So this skincare line is only available through estheticians. I know a couple of my students or former students also sell it here in Birmingham, but it's known all around the world. It's won several esthetician awards as well because it's such a great line. This is just a charcoal cleanser that I'm going to use on her. Now, a couple things about cleansing the face that I tell people. One, I'm not a huge fan of like washcloths or rags. like some people call them rags. Just simply because, number one, you know, they'll hold bacteria sometimes, also a little rough on the skin. So that's why I do like using like the cleansing brushes or the sponges, which the sponges are disposable, so you throw those away. I do use, you know, a washcloth to like for your eyes and things like that, or to pat your face dry, but try to get out the habit of like dragging a washcloth all over your face. Especially as we mature, it's all about keeping everything up. So you want to do everything in an upwards motion. You don't want to be pulling stuff down because it's going to go down anyway. Okay. So I'm just going to apply a little cleanser to her skin, and my hands are clean. Sorry, you guys didn't see me use my hand sanitizer.
So is this product in your package?
Yes, this is it. If you order the oily skin package, this cleanser is in there. I love this cleanser. It's actually good for all skin types, just kind of depending on what's going on with your skin. Charcoal has been such one of those ingredients you see everywhere now. Activated charcoal. Activated charcoal actually helps to draw impurities out of the skin. So it's a really, really good to use. This is also a cleanser that I sell to a lot of men. Men love this cleanser. And what I like about this one is, even though it's for oily skin, it is not very drying, because with oilier skin types, if you over dry your skin, it'll actually make your skin produce more oil. So I tell people all that all the time. Put down the alcohol, put down the really harsh stripping products if you have oily skin, because you're actually drying your skin out more if you're using really harsh products on your skin. So I'm going to demonstrate my little brush real quick. Moisten her face a little bit more. Okay, so this little BT Micro, I have it turned on now. It just makes this, I'm sorry, BT Sonic, I always say Micro because that's the other thing I use. I love it because it feels so good. It feels like a little massage on the face, as you can tell by her. And you really just do circular motions. The reason it's shaped in a triangle shape like that is so like you can use that point to get really around the nose and stuff, which is what I love, because right here is where most people need a lot of extractions. You get a little dirt and oil build up in that area. She just had a facial a couple of days ago, so her skin is purging a little bit. I tell people that's completely normal. When you get a facial, your skin will purge, which means that you may get a couple breakouts of like pimples and things. Those are things that were going to come out anyway. A facial is just deep cleansing your skin so that you're getting, you know, that deeper cleanse. And so this is just making it come out a little bit faster. So we'll probably get those couple little pimples off her nose a little bit later. But this one you just use like in circular motions all over. I'm not going to do a real long demo on that. But again, I do sell these as well. So if anyone is interested in those, it's just a quick order. And they're about, I think, $90. This one runs about $90. So now that I've used the brush and kind of cleansed off her face, I'm just going to use my nice soft sponges to get the rest of that off. Now in the kit, depending on the kit that you're going to get, you know, I either have toner. I use 2 different types of toners, and then I also use a glycolic retinol solution, as well as a clarifying toner that we have for people that are more acneic or have like more deeper issues. And in the kit, you're also going to get a professional mask. So these masks are not usually sold retail, but I include a sample of a professional mask in there. And most people are kind of familiar with doing a mask. I always say the most important things for your skin is, of course, cleansing, toning, which actually helps your skin come back to its natural pH level. Because when you use a cleanser, you're kind of offsetting that pH. So we use a toner, is helping that skin come back to its natural pH. The toner with Skin Script is also wonderful. The one I love is our cucumber toner. It's a hydration toner. So we would do that next. And then when you're at home, like I said, you can steam your face, which is a lot of fun. I actually have a little mini steamer. I didn't bring it down. I got it's a hair steamer and face steamer I got through a company called Hutiful. I believe they still sell them. And their website is behutiful.com, Huetiful, like beautiful, but Hutiful. I love that little steamer. I've had it for a couple years, but it has an attachment where you can both steam your hair, which I try to do. Like, I don't do it once a week anymore, but I used to be really good at doing it once a week with a deep conditioner. And then it also has a nozzle to where you can steam your face. But a really, really easy way to steam your face at home is just get you a big pot of water. You know, you don't want to fill it all the way up to the top, but a nice big pot of water, get that boiling. Take it off of the eye. You can drop that tea bag if you want it to be more aromatic. Some people will put a couple drops of essential oils. You just have to be really careful with essential oils. Make sure you know something about them. You want to make sure that it's like a good pure essential oil, Young Living, doTERRA, something that, you know, is not going to have like a lot of additives. Don't get one out of Walmart, because usually those are like more fragrance oils. But anything like lavender is great for relaxation. Tea tree, if your skin has a lot of breakouts or, you know, like fungal problems. The eucalyptus, I love. Frankincense, rosemary, sweet orange, lemon, whatever one you like. You can also put a couple drops of into the water, and then you just want to get a big towel and steam over the pot. The most important thing is to keep your face about 10 inches away from the pot. You don't want to keep it real close. The other great thing about steaming, especially during this time, I don't know if anyone has been heeding any of the natural remedies for the COVID-19, but my husband has, and he steams his face every single day. He puts orange peels in there and onions and all kind of stuff, because the other thing with steaming is that it's good for the lungs. So if you are experiencing anything from, you know, right now we got all this pollen going on too. So if you are experiencing like allergy symptoms, coughing, or you're just a little afraid of the COVID and what's going on, and you want to get some good moisture and heat down into your lungs, steam, you'll fall in love with it. It's a great way to do it. So anyway, I've just cleansed her face, and so we're going to pretend like I put toner on there because I forgot to bring my toner down. Now, I have the kits that are a little bit pricier, the $45 kits. It's because you'll also get a sample of the serums in there. And like I said, these serums are great. This is a vitamin C green tea serum, which is a great antioxidant that helps with getting your skin tone more even, brightening the skin up. And antioxidants are super important, especially as we mature, because that's what helps fight free radical damage. Free radical damage is the damage that's going to age you. So you want to use an antioxidant. I tell everyone vitamin C is best used in the daytime, because that's when you're going to get the most impact out of it. And then this is the Ageless Skin Hydrating Serum, which is a hyaluronic acid-based serum. Hyaluronic acid, people hear this word all the time. Hyaluronic acid is something our body naturally produces, and it also helps with the plumpness of the skin, the moisture level of the skin. But over the years, of course, this gets depleted. So it's important to kind of get some more hyaluronic acid into the skin. And this is one of those things when people say, well, you have a glow to your skin. That's because I use serums. Vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. These two, you can actually mix them together and use in the daytime. And then I also use a hyaluronic acid serum again at nighttime as well, before I go to bed to put on before my moisturizer. Now, anytime you're using a serum in skincare, you want to use a serum after toner, before moisturizer. So you don't want to put the serum on top of the moisturizer, because it's not going to penetrate. So when you're using products, when you get kind of confused sometimes, always remember to go from thinnest to thickest, okay? So of course, cleansing always comes first, and then we would tone the skin, and then serum. If you do an eye cream, and then moisturizer. And then of course, the most important thing for everyone is sunscreen. With Skin Script, and I'll have some samples of sunscreen as well. This is a mineral-based sunscreen, which I prefer mineral-based sunscreens. The thing about mineral-based sunscreens is sometimes on our deeper skin tones, it can make you look slightly ashy. I always suggest with people, if you have one that makes you look a little ashy, kind of mix it in with your moisturizer, or you can actually mix like a little vitamin C serum into the sunscreen to kind of help it spread a little bit more. So I don't have any problem with this one. I usually put it on right after my moisturizer, and it just spreads really easily. But sunscreen is important even for people of color because the sun rays are so very damaging. So I want to put that out there because a lot of people don't like to use sunscreen. Some other things that I wanted to show people this too, because this is something else that I love that's very easily accessible, that you can get. This is Thayer's Witch Hazel. So this is sold at Target. You can also purchase it on Amazon. This particular one is lavender. Probably my favorite is the cucumber one. But what I love about Thayer's Witch Hazel in particular, and a lot of people are familiar with witch hazel, is that this one it's not as stripping. It doesn't have a real high alcohol content. And then what is actually alcohol free, paraben free. This one has a little glycerin in it. It has aloe, very, very good lavender oil. And this is something that you can get, you know, really easily. I think these cost about $11 for a bottle, and use as your toner. So if you don't have a toner or you don't like toner, this will replace your toner. So, but witch hazel is not for people think it's like a cleanser. It's not really a cleanser. It is a toner. So you want to use this still after cleansing to get the residual cleanser off your face, as well as return your skin back to its natural pH level. And so love.
Small products that you showed, are they natural? The vitamin, of course we know the vitamin C is, but the other,
Yes.
That's natural as well. Okay.
Yeah, so Skin Script, their claim to fame is they're a naturally corrective line. So, you know, I tell people all the time, natural is one of those words that you hear thrown around. Nothing is really completely natural as far as it goes in the skincare world, but because they always, sometimes those synthesized ingredients are actually better than the natural ingredients, because the natural ingredients can break you out. But what Skin Script means by being natural is it's, number one, it's paraben free, which is great because you don't want parabens in your skin. Those are things that can cause cancer. And then all of their stuff is like a natural, derived from natural fruit acids, for instance. When you come and get a professional facial, I use the enzymes, which are, people love the enzymes. Like, as soon as I put them on their face, I'm like, oh my God, what's that smell? But I have like a blackberry enzyme, white peach, and coconut papaya, and these are actually made from fruits and vegetables and things. And the other great thing about Skin Script is that it's fragrance free. So all the great fragrance that you smell in it is not artificial fragrance. It's actually fragrance from what's in it. People love my cucumber toner. They're like, oh, that smells amazing. Well, it's cucumbers in it. And I think it's like rose and some other essential oils, but that's what makes it smell so good, because it is nice and natural and fresh. And when you get the full size of Skin Script, they're going to last you about 4 months. So these little sample sizes that you get in the kit, you're going to get about a good 2 weeks of use out of them. So you can do several treatments with this. It's not like, you know, you just use it one time and it's over. It takes a very little bit of the product, especially the cleansers. I tell people you only need about a dime size amount of cleanser in order for it to work. So love, love, love that. I'm going to actually use a little bit of this this lavender toner on her, since I forgot to bring my other toner down. So I'm going to use some of this witch hazel on her, or just some cotton pads to tone her skin.
Money, you good over there?
Yeah. This is interesting.
If you want to be very gentle when you're working on your skin, and it's really, really good to cleanse your face. You want to do a very thorough cleansing at night, especially. If you're oilier, you may need, when you wake up, if you have like that residual oil on your skin, you may need to use your cleanser again. But for me, a lot of times I don't cleanse, like do a full cleanse in the morning time. I actually will splash my face with cool water and pat dry, and then I'll do like a toner, because I did all that thorough cleansing. I put on all my skincare and stuff at night, so I don't have to overuse my cleanser. If you're a person that breaks out, you know, that gets a lot of acne and things, one of the biggest things I see with acneic clients is that they want to like cleanse their skin real harsh, or put like really hot water on their face, and alcohol and Noxzema and these things. They don't feel like anything is working unless it's tingling or burning or hot. You don't want to do that. You want to treat your skin more gently. You know, another great tip for acneic people, the very first thing I tell somebody is they're dealing with a lot of acne is cut your dairy all the way back. Dairy is a huge inflammatory product, so it increases inflammation in the skin. And most people will see that, you know, when they cut that dairy way back, they'll see their skin breaking out less. I have clients who, you know, they weight train and things, so they may eat a lot of like peanut butter, for instance. Peanut butter is one of those things that can make you break out. So sometimes it's not just what you're using topically, it's what you're ingesting that's actually contributing to some of your skin issues. So my daughter is a very competitive basketball player, and when she was dealing with some more breakouts, she was like, why my forehead keeps breaking out? I'm washing my face, and she takes her little pads and wipes them after her games. But she was also eating a lot of peanut butter because she was, you know, trying to keep her weight up and things for playing basketball. So that we realized that was one of the triggers. So that's just a little nutritional advice for people. But after you tone, like I said, if you're somebody who is getting the serums in the set, you would use the serums, but she doesn't necessarily need any serums because she's 15, so her skin's great. But your mask, now applying the mask to your skin, like I said, in the kits, I customize the mask kind of according to your skin type. And so I have, you know, whether it's refining your skin. Now, people ask me about all the time about this peel-off mask, this black peel-off mask that was all going all over Instagram. I beg of everyone, please stay away from those. A lot of them, depending on where you get those, if you always want to be careful where you get masks. That's one of those things. They sell them all in the beauty supply store. If you look at the ingredients, most of them have a base of that is basically glue. It's basically glue and activated charcoal. I have seen people actually damage their skin from taking those peel-off masks off. So you have to be very careful with those, and you want to make sure that you're using something with, you know, with really good ingredients and you're getting it from a great source. If it's like $4, it's probably not going to be that great. Okay, because good skincare is a little bit pricier. And then just on an everyday basis, like I said, you want to moisturize. Now, I know a lot of my oilier people are like, oh, I don't want to put moisturizer on my skin. I'm so oily. It just makes me oilier. That's not necessarily true. What happens with oily skin is we get into that oily skin cycle of over drying our skin, not adding any hydration. And so your skin is pumping out more oil in order to make up for that lack of hydration. So you want to balance it out. The biggest thing with using moisturizers is if your skin is oilier or more prone to breakouts, you want to use something that is more like either a gel consistency or an oil-free, like lighter consistency. Stay away from those oils or heavy creams. Usually if it comes like in a jar, it's not for oilier skin type. So creams are for drier skin types. Gels, oil-free emulsions, those are for our oilier skin types. And you should know because they'll feel lighter and smoother. It won't feel sticky or like you have anything heavy on the skin. And with Skin Script, ours is the Light Aloe Moisturizer, which I absolutely love, or the Cactine Balancing Moisturizer if you need just a little bit more hydration. So, but again, I can direct anyone on that through a virtual consultation and let you know exactly what kind of products that you will need. Sorry, her eyebrows are a little curly right now. So, but I'm just going to use a little bit of moisturizer on her. This is just a very light little moisturizer. Now, when, of course, she's sitting this way, so it's a little harder for me to do this, but for the most part, when you're applying products to your skin, like I said, you want to go on an upward motion. So like when I'm applying creams and things to my neck, I'm doing this, I'm moving in an upward motion. Like this, everything is kind of in an upward motion. You don't want to drag your skin down because we want to keep it up.
Yeah, something I saw when you were cleansing, you kept going down on her nose this way with everything else. And
yes.
I think I do that as opposed to down and then you go that way. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, on the nose, you do want to go down. The nose is like in the center of your face. That's where you get everything. That's where your pores are usually larger. It's almost like that magnet right in the middle of your face. Usually, even on somebody that's very dry, when I get to the portion of the facial that I'm doing like extractions and actually getting extractions, they'll still have a little oil and stuff around those edges of the nose, and the pores are larger in the nose. That's where most of that oil comes out. So you want to cleanse it kind of both ways there. And like I said, the biggest thing is just not dragging the skin, not tugging the skin too hard. Changing out your pillowcase every at least once a week. For people that are oilier or more acneic, I suggest they change their pillowcase out every 3 days. But at least once a week is important because those pillowcases and everything hold on to bacteria. Another thing is I'll have so many people and they're like, well, I'm doing all the things you tell me to do. I'm cleansing my skin every day. But then I'm like, do you wear makeup? Yes. How do you apply your makeup? Oh, with brushes. When was the last time you cleansed your makeup brushes? A lot of times people don't think about that, but you know, those people that know me from working at MAC know that if I sold you a brush, I was selling you the brush cleaner too, because it's so important to cleanse your brushes and make sure that bacteria and things are out of those. You can cleanse them, you know, just with shampoo in your sink. You can cleanse them. There's all kind of brush cleansing solutions now. For those people who like to use sponges, even more important. If you're going to use a sponge, they need to be thrown away, or if you use those more expensive ones like me, like the beauty blenders actually have a great cleanser. I love their solid cleanser that you can cleanse the beauty blenders out with. It's so important to keep everything clean. I think now, you know, the other great thing about this pandemic is it's making people more aware of cleanliness, washing their hands several times a day, all the things I've always had to do as an esthetician. That's why my hands are always so dry, but because we have to cleanse our hands and wear gloves and do those things all the time. But making sure even that you wash your hands before you're touching your face or applying your makeup. Like I said, keeping those makeup brushes clean, keeping everything that you use on your face clean. If you do use like a washcloth, you need to make sure that you're changing that washcloth out daily. You're not, you know, reusing that same washcloth on your face. You want to really, you know, watch how much bacteria enters your skin, because that's what breaks you out.
Chi, you have schooled us today. I mean, we see why you the best and why you're teaching all these classes around here. I know that I have been given a lot of knowledge. So you said that when we clean our brushes, say we don't have the cleanser at home, we can use shampoo to cleanse
Yes.
brushes, makeup brushes. Okay.
Yeah, I like to use just shampoo. And the biggest thing is make sure you just rinse it out really, really well. The other thing is with makeup brushes, when they're wet, I see people like sit them up in a cup. Don't do that, because that'll make all your bristles fall out. After you wash them, you know, lay a towel out, and you want to lay them flat to dry and allow them to dry thoroughly. And you know, just don't sit them up, because it'll make all the little glue in it come out, and all the brush hairs will come out everywhere. If you do use like any type of device at home, like a Clarisonic or a spin brush or anything like that, I definitely suggest people go to their local beauty supply store like Sally's and purchase Barbicide, which is what, you know, professionals use. And Barbicide basically helps to kill every type of virus and disease. And you can soak your brush heads in those. I wouldn't use it on makeup brushes, however. They're not designed for makeup brushes, but any kind of like hard brush, like a Clarisonic brush or a spin brush, you can use that on. The most important thing, of course, is rinsing it out afterwards. And then, like I said, just some other things is at home, you can do a mask about once a week. Exfoliation. So if you use any type of like scrub to exfoliate, you want to do that 2 to 3 times a week. Okay. Now, speaking of scrubs, I have to put this out there, and not to down any one company, but you always want to make sure with your scrubs that you're getting something that is not going to be too rough. I know everybody knows about that St. Ives apricot scrub. It's been around for years. I tell people all the time, don't use that on your face. Use fine for your feet or something, but on your face, it's a lot rougher. They don't have like round beads. I absolutely love the scrub with, we have two different scrubs with the skin scrub, the raspberry refining scrub, and then also that retinol scrub, which is a mask as well. I love those because they're not rough around the edge, so it's not going to scratch your skin. And again, you don't need to scrub your face every single day. I've seen a lot of people where they're doing a scrub every day. That's not necessary. 2 to 3 times a week to help to remove those dead skin cells is perfect.
Let me ask you this. So for me, I don't like makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. But of course, you have to put it on here and there.
Yes.
That means that my makeup would last longer than most people. How long should you keep makeup?
So with makeup, it definitely depends on what you're using. So with most powder type products, like if you're just like a powder girl, you get your pressed powder. If you're not using that, like if you're swishing out your sponges and stuff, your powders can last, I think it's up to like a year. Okay. Powder products are not going to hold bacteria as much. I have eyeshadow palettes that I've had for definitely more than a year. And a great way to cleanse makeup is actually to use alcohol. A lot of people don't even know about that, but you can get 70% alcohol, simply put it in a spray bottle. And for like your eyeshadow palettes, just open them out and you want to just kind of spray it thoroughly and let them dry. It won't mess up the shadow. It'll actually help to kill any bacteria on there, and then you're able to reuse it again. Now, liquid products is where you have to be very careful. You don't want liquid products to stay around for a while. I think on most makeup companies, they'll have like a little jar on the back that'll have like the month. It'll say like 12. You might see a little jar and it'll say 12, which means it's good for up to 12 months after opening. So, yeah. Yeah, like exactly like on foundation, most foundation bottles will have that. So it'll say, and some of them will say 6, but most foundations will say 12 months or 24 months, and that's after opening. Another good thing is, smell the makeup. I have lipsticks that I simply did not want to get rid of because they were MAC lipsticks that were limited edition. You can't find that color again. But you'll know because they start smelling weird. They smell like bottom of your grandma's purse, like that penny type of smell.
Even lipstick, you get rid of it within a year?
Yes, because lipstick, especially if it's used, lipstick kind of holds on to bacteria as well. So you'll know by the smell of it. It kind of turns, and I can't really explain. It smells like pennies, almost like a coppery smell. But anything, most high quality stuff, they're gonna have preservatives and things in it. Like if you're getting any, Lancome, your MAC, your Estee Lauder, they have preservatives in it that help with the use of the makeup. But if it's something like a foundation or something that you use a lot, you want to get rid of it after a year. The other thing is being cognizant of how you use the foundation. Now, I have foundation that will last a lot longer because I'm squirting it out onto something. I'm not sticking my brush down into it or putting it on the back of my hand. So a lot of companies will sell like pumps, which are great because the pumps help to keep a lot of the air out of the product, and it makes your product last longer if you're using like a liquid product. With your powders, you want to make sure that you don't, like if it's a powder compact, don't stick that sponge back on top of the powder because that is a breeding ground for bacteria. When you do that, all the bacteria from the sponge is going to come there. Most of I know I sold MAC for a long time. So the Studio Fix Powder Foundation, it comes with the sponge and you have to flip the bottom up and make sure you put that sponge underneath. That way it won't contaminate the product. I would see that
sponge lasts in the MAC compact.
I definitely suggest changing out those. If you're using like the MAC compact pretty often, I suggest changing out those sponges like monthly or at least washing them. You can wash them, but MAC also sells like the replacement sponges for them. They come in, I think, in like a 2-pack. Or you can use a brush with it, which makes it even better because with the brush, you can make sure you cleanse your brushes weekly and you won't have as many problems. As far as that.
My husband a couple of years ago bought me this. Mac was having this thing where you had about, I want to say it was maybe 10, 20 different makeups and little small in there. And so I still have those. Are you telling me I got to get rid of them?
But is it like the lipsticks?
Yeah, the little lipsticks.
No, I mean, I always tell people use, smell them. Number one, if they smell fine, usually they're still fine. I'm the same way. I have so much MAC lipstick, it's ridiculous. I really have a lot. So it's some of them that I'm not gonna throw away. If it's one that I've used and like put directly on somebody's lips, or if I'm unsure, what I'll do is I'll go in them and cut actually that top part off of it, and then use a lip brush, and a lipstick is completely fine. But yeah, lipstick, and especially particularly MAC, I know from experience, just lasts it lasts a good while. So you do want to use your common sense on that. And I know I love that little kit, so I know, don't throw those away. Those are too cute to throw away.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much, Chi.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate you, girlie.
Yeah, yes, it's hard demonstrating like this, but hopefully people got some tips on things to use. And like I said, I'm available for skincare questions. Those virtual eyebrow consultations, I can basically just show you how to fill your brows in and then tweeze around the area that we filled in so that you're able to keep your shape. For those who want to tweeze, or I don't recommend people get those razors, because that's when you kind of start messing up. Not a lot of people aren't good at using the razors. I would prefer using a tweezer. And then some other tips I just have for people for dealing with this pandemic. Those of you who get Brazilian waxes, if you don't want to try the Brazilian wax yourself, which I don't recommend, I've been doing this for years, I don't even like to wax myself. A trimmer is going to be better than using a razor. So you can just easily purchase a trimmer at like Target, has little trimmers for about $14, and they come with different heads. And so that way you can trim the hair down and keep it nice and neat without shaving it completely off. What happens with shaved hair, and the reason a lot of people don't like shaving the hair in a bikini area, is number one, it'll cause bumps and ingrown hairs. And then when that hair starts growing back, it's very uncomfortable because the hair has been cut at such an angle. The trimmer kind of helps with that because it's not cutting it down as low. And you have a little bit more, it's not going to be, the hair won't grow back in as thick. So definitely suggest that for my Brazilian wax, or, people who like to get Brazilian wax all the time. The other thing is just to make sure that you're exfoliating that area as well while you're waiting on your Brazilian wax.
You said exfoliate down?
Yes.
Say what, girl? You said exfoliate?
Exfoliate.
After you, what do you mean?
So within the bikini area, you want to exfoliate the same as you would do your face 2 to 3 times a week. Whether you do Brazilian wax, shave, or you just leave, it's completely natural, because that's going to, again, help get rid of dead skin and things. I suggest a sugar scrub to do that with. I love, like, Shea Moisture has great scrubs that are natural. And their sugar scrubs are wonderful. It's great to exfoliate your whole body, but definitely in a bikini area, if you shave or wax, you want to keep that area exfoliated as well. And another thing people don't think about is hydrating that area. So just like everywhere else on your body that needs lotion and stuff, you do need a little bit of moisture and thing down there. Stay away from like highly fragrance products. I don't suggest using like Bath and Body Works or anything, especially in a bikini area. Because it can irritate you. You want to use something that's a little bit more on the natural side. So very easily, you can even make a sugar scrub at home with just coconut oil and sugar. Sometimes I put a little like mixed brown sugar and regular white sugar, and then just coconut oil. And you can use that to scrub your entire body. Another scrub I love is for your body, like legs and arms and stuff, is to use coffee grounds and mix the coffee grounds with just some coconut oil. So coffee ground and coconut oil is great for your entire body to get like that really good scrub to get all those dead skin cells off. And it also helps with cellulite. So lots of at-home things you can do. I definitely encourage people to stay away from putting coconut oil on their face though. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about that. And coconut oil is wonderful for a lot of things, but it is an occlusive oil. So you don't want to put that on your face because it's not penetrating in and it's almost adding to a lot of problems. So stick with coconut oil. It's great on your body, not for your face though.
Ladies, she fooled us today. I feel like we are ready for COVID. They want us to go to 2022. I think we're good.
I hope not, but
with what she has given us today, you know, and if it goes that long, we will definitely have her back on here so she can give us some more tips.
Yes.
One of her things is ladies can at home make your own scrubs with the sugar and the brown sugar and the coconut oil. And then you can do your coffee grounds with coconut oil, and you can just go ahead and, you know, get smooth and everything until you can get back into the chair of people like Chi and, you know, these other salons and spas that I know. I would say to those who own these things, be ready, because people are going to be running. They're going to be running to get these appointments with you all.
Yes, we can't wait. We're excited about getting back to work. But again, the most important thing right now, and this is speaking from, you know, being in a skincare profession / healthcare, and just also being, you know, having so many people in my family that work in healthcare. Let's just remember to stay home right now, guys. Let's stop the spread. I've seen the craziest stuff the couple times I have ventured out. You know, people just kind of walking around about, kids everywhere. Even if you don't feel like you have any symptoms, you could be asymptomatic and pass that on to somebody else. So I know all of us are eager to get back out into the real world, for the world to just kind of start again. And I think by, you know, us staying at home, it's going to help it move along a lot faster. So everyone, please stay safe out there. And I just sent you the website again. And you guys can check us out at the Beauty Lounge by RGL on Facebook, Instagram, and then also our website is the Beauty Lounge by RGL, that has all the information you need to get in contact with us. And I would love to see you guys soon.
Okay, remember that you all can do a virtual consultation with Chi as well. And
Yes.
Chi, once again, the $25 packet, and then she also has the full sizes if you want to move forward and go a little higher with it. Can you let us see those once more before we end?
Yes. So this one is one that has a mask, a facial roller, mask brush. We also have our little skin detox tea that you can either drink or steam your face with. And then I give you these little iPads, which these are so cute. These have little pineapples on it. And you can use these. You can either chill them or you can warm them and use them on your eyes as well. And then they'll also come with products. So this particular one is like our dry skin package. It has an exfoliant, a cleanser, a hydrating moisturizer, and it also has a toner in here as well, and all the little things that you need to apply the products and to do a little facial at home. And I can walk you through how to do your skincare at home. And like I said, this particular one is actually $35. I have one if you just want to get like the product, just the basic products, which will be 3 products, and as well as the other things, that's $25. And then if you're interested in getting some additional products like serums and eye cream samples, then that one will be a little bit more, which is $45. So from 25, we have a $25, $35, and a $45 option for those mini facial kits. And again, I don't mind talking to anyone about skincare. So the virtual consultation is you know, virtually free. It's virtually free. But I would like for everyone to support the business and support their skin and purchase one of the mini facial kits.
Listen, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. No boundaries. If you have seen this interview, she has given us phenomenal information. You know, she knows exactly what she's talking about. Go to her website or on her Facebook page, schedule your consultation, and then purchase the products, so that ladies, when we're free to get out in the world, we just come out just glowing like, here I am. Here I am, thanks to Chi. So Chi, once again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day with your family and sharing with us. You have really given us a lot of information, as you did in our last interview. And so we look forward again talking to you real soon.
Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. We say take care, be safe out there, and I'll see you in my next episode of the Josilyn Drake Show. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.